Hello lovelies, I am the Fragnostic, and tonight on The Holy Truth we're sugaring up the gumdrop buttons and bursting into premenstrual tears at the sight of rainbows or something as we embark on what is sure to be a delightful and entirely non-terrifying trip to Pony Island. What? I'm allowed to take a break from horror every now and again, aren't I? It's fucking Christmas. You think my nerves haven't earned a break from fucking man roaches, gopher dogs, homicidal disco balls, killer dolls, dead kids in fucking mazes, rakes, bitches on stilts, depressed clowns, barrels with arms, spiders, women, spider women, betrayers, space beasts, naked psychopaths, demonic puppets, lumberjacks, and little shit-faced brats that won't pay for a bloody pizza? It's been a long goddamn year, and I get the feeling that the next one's going to be even worse, so you'll excuse me if just this once I attempt to soothe the shattered debris that passes for my sanity by playing an inoffensive game about ponies, islands, and the blissful union of the two. Alright? Alright. Here we go. Start the game. Fucking, why does this always happen to me, motherfucking? If you want to do something crazy and pay attention to the store page description, Pony Island is a suspense puzzle game in disguise. You're in limbo, trapped in a malevolent and malfunctioning arcade machine devised by the devil himself. It is not a game about ponies. Correct. Pony Island is about fixing fucking menus. It's practically a unit repair simulator, with the vast majority of the puzzles centered around solving essays of technical gibberish that will regularly make you question whether you've bought a game or a place on an apprenticeship that hasn't been worth shit since about 2004. Yeah, I thought I'd start with the negatives. Why not? I like shaking things up around here. Maybe tomorrow I'll review a fucking vacuum cleaner, or critique some Schumann. You don't know. You don't know what I like. Just because my accent makes me sound like I have to pull 14-hour shifts at a bread factory just to keep the lights on at home. You make me sick. Get the fuck off of me! Yes, much better now, thank you, Doctor. What I was trying to say before I revisited the scene of the argument that left 4 people gravely wounded and me with a suspended sentence is that I wanted to get the sole negative point of Pony Island out of the way quickly so that I'm free to gush about it as one of the most original and darkly hilarious gaming experiences I've been treated to for some time. And honestly, it's not even that much of a negative point for me personally. I've got some experience with fixing up old arcade machines, and it's pretty intriguing to see their logic paths and service modes used as in-game mechanics. The game's just got something of an overabundance of them, and they tend to come clumped together, which is disappointing considering the sheer scale of variety to be found elsewhere. Once you patch up the start menu, you're thrust into Pony Island's game within a game of the same name, which you'll find to be a childishly simple, if somewhat sinister treadmill of oncoming fences that you hurdle by clicking the left mouse button. Reach the Mario-esque flagpole at the end, and the game sarcastically celebrates your pitiful victory by bombarding you with as many experience points as you care to sit around for. After another infantile crime against level design, the game demands your soul for the full version, even though me and everybody else I know already traded hours trying to get fucking Diablo 3 to work on launch week. Your quest to re-enter the joyless world of Pony Island will eventually lead you to crash the entire system, dumping you on a desktop where the mysterious hopeless soul contacts you through a primitive messenger program. He spins a pretty wild tale about being trapped inside the machine itself and begs for your help, at which point the less enigmatic Lucifer jumps on and berates you for breaking his game. But not to worry, he's made some minor adjustments to Pony Island, such as improved loading times and the inescapable appearance of a cluster of demons that murder your defenseless pony before the second hurdle. You eventually fight back by crashing the game again and hunting through hidden option menus to enable your pony's doomsday weapon, a 4-head mounted replica of the cannon from the fucking Death Star. Of course, Satan isn't just gonna sit there and take your filthy cheating without swinging his goddamn banhammer at you with one hand while desperately trying to reinvent his impossible challenge with the other, and so goes the plot of the game. You undermine the devil's coding with the help of Hopeless Soul. He grows hysterically more determined to capture your soul with his ever more intense bullshit. Hopeless Soul's master plan is to have you find and destroy 3 core files that will render Lucifer unable to stop the irreversible deletion of his atrocious platformer. The files themselves are guarded by 3 of his deadliest archfiends, all of whom possess their own separate schemes to crush you. After you send the second guardian Beelzebub back to hell without his face, you are unceremoniously gassed, awakening to face Pony Island's final and most sickening form. I just want to take a second here to say that this entire final third truly is some of the finest integration of game design and plainly hilarious writing that I've ever held a mouse for. Lucifer's evolution from scalding typed rage to a passive aggressive on-screen tutorial, the replacement of your death laser and your demonic foes with a non-provocative gust of pony breath that exists to blow away smiling pink butterflies before they tickle you, and the swapping out of the game's coding puzzles with identical but ludicrously child-friendly trials that see you trying to rehouse your delicately winged foes, all contribute to an example of player immersion so perfect that it may actually move you to tears. I can't. There was a teenage game of truth or dare that ended up in a blast furnace, but look, just listen to this soundtrack. It's so saccharinely authentic, so indicative of Pony Island's insane attention to detail. I can't think of a more flawless part of my playthrough to sum up the cruel brilliance of this game. Although linear in terms of story and progression, there is an absolutely ludicrous amount of bonuses, secrets and Easter eggs to dig out of Pony Island, the vast majority of which will reward you with game tickets in the style of any traditional prize-giving arcade or family fun centre. There's 24 to find, of which I think I managed a pretty dismal 5, and believe me, I wasn't rushing through or anything. It's a figure I intend to go back and max out after the full release, but despite how much I thoroughly and irrefutably recommend this game and would easily pop it on a top 10 of the year list, I appreciate the short break. There are some changes to be made from this beta version, and I do hope one of them is a reduction in this business. It's honestly the only criticism, and it's quirky and different for the first couple of times, but there must be a good 20 or so of these fucking puzzles, and that's not counting their disguise as the Butterfly Sheltering Project. It's the least engaging part of Pony Island, but unfortunately also its most prolific. But don't fixate on that. Honestly, if I could give you a testicular representation of how far the positives outweigh the negatives here, it would be the reason that King Kong fell off the Empire State Building before the planes ever got there. I never outright tell you lot to buy a game, but play this. Play it for the side-splitting text adventure parody of itself. Play it for the genuinely intense boss battle of wits against Asmodeus.X, one of the most unnerving and malevolent AIs since HAL 9000 wiped out the Discovery 1. Play it to inexplicably kill Jesus. Play it to celebrate the evidence that creativity in gaming is still alive and well heading into 2016, and it is a beautiful, exhilarating thing to behold. The end of the year is just about upon us, and it has brought probably my favourite game of it. All the thumbs up. Almost wish I had a thumb for a dick so I could give it a third.